I am trying to transition into UX design for as little money as possible. Hi everyone, my name's Karen and I guess I'm starting a YouTube channel. This channel for me is essentially about creating a community. Something missing on YouTube right now in terms of UX design is that community for us newbies, you know? We need a support system. We need a community of our own, people that we can talk to and relate to while we go through this process. I mean, for me, I just turned 30 years old like a few months ago. I'm transitioning into a new field. Of course, I battle with a lot of imposter syndrome and, you know, constantly looking at the clock, you know. And it would be a beautiful thing to be able to meet people who are also going through the same thing. And I just wanted to create this channel to offer that community. You know, whether I can help or connect with one person or 100 people, like that's still a win to me, and that's why I'm making this channel. I really hope that I'm able to help you stay accountable and consistent with your progression through UX design, and I'm hoping that making these videos will also help me stay accountable, because we all know that it's extremely hard to study on your own sometimes, especially from home. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to explain a bit about what UX design is, a quick little summary. I'm going to talk a bit about myself and my background, what I was doing before this transition, what I'm up to now, and my plans for the future in terms of UX design. I'm also going to share it's kind of like a summary of the different boot camps that people can enroll in. I'm not sure if you guys are interested, but when I began my UX research and stuff, looking into the career, I originally intended to take a boot camp, but that stuff is expensive. So I ended up deciding not to do that, but I do have my little cheat sheet summary document that I made comparing all of the schools, so I'll share that with you guys. And the last thing that I wanted to share was a couple of free resources that I discovered that are only specific for the month of April, so we really got to get in quick. I'll share that at the end of the video. I'm sure there are a lot of videos on YouTube that would explain this thoroughly, but my quick version that I always tell my friends and family when they want to know what the heck is UX design, this is what I tell them. I tell them, you know, think of what it takes to build a house. There's a contractor, there's an interior designer, and there's an architect, right? If you think about it in terms of tech, the web developer kind of has the same role as the contractor. They're the ones who do the heavy lifting and the actual kind of like physical creation. And then if you think of the visual or UI designer, their role is more like the interior designer. They know what looks good, what goes together, what's pretty, the aesthetics pretty much. And then the UX designer is more of the architect. They determine where things go, why they go there, what purpose they serve, and essentially is trying to figure out how to place things so that everything's functional and easy to use. Honestly, I've had odd jobs and jumped from job to job for many years. I would say that I have always lacked that passion and that real interest in my past positions. I think I was always missing that creative outlet as well as an impactful contribution to society. And so that's probably why in all of my past roles, I didn't feel very fulfilled. You know, I've worked as an ESL teacher, I've worked for an airline. I've also worked a corporate management job, all of which I got bored after about 6 months. And with UX design, I would say that it's the first time where I'm actually interested in something, intrigued by what's going on and what I can contribute. And it's the first time that I've actually decided to pursue a career path as opposed to just taking a job that falls into my lap. And for me, that's actually very terrifying because it's the first time that I'm making a choice, an active choice. And so if I fail, it's a scary thought. My UX journey is kind of a mix between being self-taught and being formally taught, because I'm learning some things on my own, but I'm also taking a lot of free online courses that have been organized by actual universities and companies. So, it's not exactly a boot camp, but it's also not exactly self-taught. So far it's working for me. It makes me feel a bit more financially secure that I'm not spending $10,000 on a boot camp. I enrolled into a Coursera specialization, which is more than just a course. It's actually a combination of about 6 courses, and this specialization was created by the University of Michigan. And so I've been taking those courses. I'm on course 4 of 6, and it's actually very helpful and has been teaching me a lot, and I've been gaining a lot of skills. So I do that on my off time. I also took some prototyping courses with a company called Acumenacademy, which I would highly recommend. In some ways, it's actually better than all the courses on Coursera that I've taken because you're actually put into teams. So when you go through projects and assignments, you have to work with your team. You're bouncing ideas off of each other. You're prototyping together, giving criticisms, and that's extremely valuable. And recently, I just started the Google UX, why am I forgetting what it's called? Google UX Professional Certificate. Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad spokesperson. It's supposed to take about 6 months if you allocate, I think, an average of 10 hours a week to it, but I'm actually aiming to finish in 4 months. If I am telling you about courses or programs that I'm doing, they're either free or pretty close to free. So for my Coursera courses with both the University of Michigan and Google, I'm actually not paying anything. I actually applied for financial aid because I am not working right now, and I figured, hey, might as well milk that while I can, so if you are also not working, struggling, definitely try to apply for financial aid. You never know if they will approve it or not. Like, take your chances, see what they say. And if you don't want to, honestly, the membership for Coursera is not that expensive anyways. I think it's like $39 a month. As for what I have planned for the future, I secured 2 pro bono projects for myself. I wanted to be able to put my UX design skills towards real-world projects that I could actually display in my portfolio, and I'm hoping that that's something that will help me stand out from the crowd when I'm applying to entry-level jobs. My portfolio pieces won't just be made up projects from assignments, but they will be for real businesses or real websites and companies. I'm really excited. I'm actually learning a lot as I go. There are a lot of things that I did not realize, so that's definitely been a really interesting journey, but I'll tell you more about that another time. There are a lot. There's General Assembly, there's Brainstation, there's Careerfoundry. There's so many places, and all of them obviously are operating completely online right now, which isn't the most ideal situation for people who like to be in class, but what can you do? But the thing is, I don't think that they really adjusted their prices to account for the fact that they're not in person, so I think it's a bit of a ripoff. I think the cheapest one I found was maybe like 8,000, and that might have been with like a scholarship. So they are pretty pricey, but if it's what you want and you want to finish your learning within, you know, a specific amount of time and have a set curriculum, do it. If you have a bit more time like me and are a bit more flexible and don't really want to spend money, I would advise you to try something else, because they are pretty expensive. I will share a little document that I made comparing the different prices. I would like to note though that I had made this back in 2020, so it is possible that the prices have changed a bit, but I highly doubt that it changed by much. The first one is actually with Google. I found out that Google is launching an apprenticeship program in, I think, San Francisco and New York. It's like a 20-month apprenticeship, paid apprenticeship, and they're taking applicants from all over the world. The only thing is they aren't sponsoring visas, so I'm actually not too clear on whether or not I can apply because I am Canadian. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that there's a platform, I think they're called Pluralsight. They have a promotion going on for the month of April. You can take this one Figma course for free. So if you need training on Figma, which I do, you should definitely take the course as well. You know, part of me was like, should I be sharing this with people? Like, it's creating more competition for me, but I'm a firm believer in community over competition. And honestly, when I think about competition, if the only way that you can succeed is by like cheating your way through, then you're not really good enough to begin with, you know? So I really think it's important to support each other and help each other grow and elevate together, as opposed to, you know, trying to keep everything to yourself just so that you can thrive on your own. Hopefully everything that I said can steer you in the right direction, and if you would like to connect with me, feel free to leave a comment below. You could also find me on LinkedIn. I'll leave my LinkedIn link in the description so you can connect with me there. And yeah, if you just want to chat about your journey, or you want to actually work on a project together, I would be more than happy to talk about it with you. All right, everyone, have a wonderful week and work hard, but not too hard. Okay, bye.